So once you are ready, just let me know. Secondly, I just need your signature. You can write your name. Just write your name. Please. So your signature is important. Sandy.
Ready?
Yes, ready. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome to our training for today. This training is one-day training. It's a lot of information that you're going to learn. We will split it in a lot of discussions, but not only is discussions, we have practical how to check the gas monitors actually. We have forms to fill out. So before that, I'll introduce the topic, which is authorized gas tester training. And as a trainer, this is my credentials. My name is Sandy Paulinus Adan, and currently I'm the agency manager of Zamil Shipyard I'm handling a team of the safety officers, and we're also the emergency response team of the yard. I got the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering as my degree, and registered electrical engineer as well in the Philippines. And my former job was a safety technician for doing the gas testing, S2S gas safety, fire detection system, inspection of the areas, it's offshore, onshore, land rigs, and also the facilities in constructions, and also just the buildings, safety. And because of that, I'm confidently say that teaching you the authorized gas tester training is one of my forte. The technical things, we can discuss that deeper, and I believe some of you came from the same industry, right? And I will give you a chance to introduce yourself. All right. So I also have certified IOS membership and Nebus alumni. I already took diploma courses for occupational safety and management professionals, and also the environmental diploma course. And one thing is, Nebus AGC, I get lucky to get distinction mark, and hopefully someday I can share my knowledge how to pass the Nebus with this mark. What else you got? I'm a lead auditor for 3 different standards, which is occupational safety and health management, environmental management system, and also quality management system. I am an FBA member, and also CSM is under IA SP, that's US, Certified Safety Manager, which I am able to handle basic awareness training for the yard. So internally we can handle trainings. So this is what I got. It's just about certificates. However, to perform the job, it's a day-to-day learning. It's a continuous learning and improvement of your skills, knowledge, and the training that you got. It's you get the certificate. It's done. No, it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. So I'll be learning from you as well. It's not only one-way learning experience here. I will share something from the slides, which is from standards of OSHA, but you can give me something as well based on your experiences in the field. All right? So, before that, I want to know about yourself first, and I'll discuss the rules for this training session. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, good morning, guys. My name is Jed, and I'm working as a safety officer in the place of the company. I have experience for 13 years, and still studying about to be a good safety practitioner. Thank you.
Have you experienced conducting gas testing in
It's
confined
also
spaces?
it's also included in our scope of job. When I was working in ship repair and shipbuilding industries,
Okay. What type of detectors you're using?
we are using this Max portable gas meter.
The BW brand.
Yes.
Okay. Good. How about yourself?
Hi, my name is Ali,
Welcome.
and I work as a safety officer
Good.
in Lulu Touring Company.
Great. Have you experienced conducting gas testing?
No, I have no.
It's the first time.
Yes.
All right. So we have one guy who's experienced, one guy who's just new. How about
Yes,
yourself?
my name is Sandy.
Yeah.
I'm basically safety manager, working in industrial. What else? More than 15-year experience in the field, and gas test, it's like tip on my fingers.
Great. So basically, we have different expertise from beginner to the experts level, and of course, the guy, Mr. John, who's conducting the actual gas testing of tanks. We learned something from him. We can learn something from Mr. Sandy as well.
Sure.
And I hope you'll enjoy it, Mr. Ali, because it's like an interactive session. It's not only I'm talking a lot of things and all the details, it gets boring in technical details. We have a lot of terms actually. We have technical terms that we need to explain, that we need to understand. However, because we have guys who are in the field, they can share their experiences as well. All right. Who smoke here? Anyone smoke?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. We have a smoking area, which is a rooftop. We don't encourage you smoke actually, because in Saudi Arabia now, if you get caught smoking in non-designated area, you'll be
Fine.
penalized by 200 Saudi riyals. Yeah, and your company will be penalized, or the facility will be penalized by 5,000. So be careful, guys. Switch off the mobile phones. You can silence it. And if you have any emergency call, you're free. Just go out and then just attend your call. No problem. No need to ask permission from me. If you have any question at any time, just raise your hand. Then we'll discuss it. However, if your question is not relevant to the slide, that we might be dealing it and discussing it to the succeeding slides, then we might postpone it. So our discussion will be like lively and relevant to the topic that we're going to discuss. For any emergency alarm, we don't have drills today. Our training staff will be with you. I'll be with you to guide you to the nearest assembly point. Also, we have the break time, 12 o'clock to 1. We have that. We have break 10. It's 10:15. So we have in the afternoon we have tea break as well. And at any time you can just say, I'll go to bathroom break, washroom break. No problem. No problem. Just raise your hand. Okay, these are the objectives of this training. Since this is a one-day training, the first part will be theory, and of course we just insert some grouping of, or just let you participate in the discussion. So this is what we have for today. Number one is review the types of confined spaces. I believe yesterday you already attended the basic awareness for confined space. Yeah? And you learned a lot from there. However, today we're going to review the confined spaces and also the types of confined space, and of course understand the various hazards of confined spaces. Number three is to be able to identify the atmospheric hazard and explain the importance of the testing, or which is what you're going to do, the gas testing procedure. We will explain that, and that's why we are here, to become the authorized gas testers. Number four is to operate the gas detectors correctly and confidently. How we are going to do that? We have this as example, and in our store, our staff will bring different brands, different types, and I will let you play with it. However, I will teach you how to operate this properly, step by step, and after that, we can try to use it. Following the procedure for gas testing. Okay, number five is how to interpret the results of this. When you use the gas monitor and you see a reading, it pop up and blinked and gives you a red light or vibration. So what does it mean? What does it mean? And if you analyze it and you found out that it's no longer safe to enter the confined space, what are you going to do? What are you going to advise to the team who's about to enter the confined space? Okay, number 6 is to be able to maintain the integrity and the accuracy of the detector. If you have tools or equipment that is really critical for the job, how are you going to take care of it? Mr. John,
Yes.
how do you take care of your gas monitors in your shipyard?
So
Because you're doing this regularly, right?
first, we need to ensure that this is calibrated.
Okay, calibration. Is there any frequency of calibration?
Only this oxygen must be 20.9.
Okay.
And then there's a
How many months or years before you calibrate the detector?
That depends on the device itself also.
Okay, depends on the device.
Yes, some
How-
of device
For
they
example,
require.
this device, you have this, right? The same?
Yes, monitoring. This multiple device, right?
Okay.
They have gas testing for multiple, right?
Yes.
Yes. So depends on how you use it, right? Are you using like servo time in a month or servo time in a days?
Yeah.
So that depends. How you clean it also, that
Yeah.
also matter a lot. And where you are using, that's matter a lot. Plus, secondly, what I understood, they have a specification in their manuals as well.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, that's
definitely we have to go through the manual
Yeah.
as that equipment required. But as per the contractor or the client requirement, like 6 month, 3 month, 1 month, that depends.
I
Or some
agree,
of them
yeah.
they require like within 30 days, within
Yeah.
60 days, 45
So
days.
that's a week.
So yeah, that depends.
I agree. Yeah, that's totally.
But there is
Yeah.
if we go with specification, then
Yeah.
the best way is by manufacturer
I
manual
agree.
only.
That's perfect. Perfectly said. That's very clear, Mr. Ali. And actually, I have a sample here of the calibration certificate. I will let you check this, and it says that it's 6 months validity. And as per the manual, if you're going to read the manual, the maximum duration for calibration, it means mandatory is 6 months or 180 days. Yeah. However, it depends on the client requirement, especially if you're using it in critical jobs. They might require you for 1 day calibration or 1 week calibration. All right. So that's really important. How to take care of it? We will discuss that. To take care, one example of just to give you a glimpse of how to take care, we have this filter, and this filter serves what? Any guess?
Sorry again.
Dust. Filtering dust.
Filtering gas. What else?
Dust.
Yeah.
No, what is your question?
Yeah. How or what is the purpose of this filter to this tube?
Filter dust, don't come here.
Filter.
Yeah. Gas.
And also to avoid sometimes.
Yes. So one and impurities. And of course, it's not easily that water or liquid will just go through it. Because remember, I will explain to you, and we just dismantle this, and I'll show you the pump, the filter of the pump that will be affected if you don't have this filter. Yeah? Interesting, right? Alright. So, the contents of this training for today are the following. We will discuss the confined space. What is that? The permit required confined spaces, because we will just focus on the permit required confined spaces, not all confined spaces. And what is that? Okay? Confined space hazards, the atmospheric hazards, because the authorized gas testers focusing on atmospheric hazards.
So what will be the atmospheric hazard? Like what are the items or what are the things included in atmospheric hazards then?
Yeah, that's something that we're going to discuss in detail. That's one is oxygen, flammability, toxicity, is a lot. It's here. And the explosion is one of that. And we have that in the slides. It's going to be a series of slides. We'll discuss it to you in sequence. Ventilation is one of the requirements, especially for shipyard. You are conducting repair jobs, hot works. This is really important because of the accumulation of the welding fuels. It is dangerous to health, especially the toxic gas and zero carbon monoxide accumulation, right? This is John. Of course, how to use the gas detectors and record, analyze the test results. In the middle of the discussion, I'm going to give you a chance to fill out the gas-free certificate. We have this, and I will teach you how to fill out the information, the date of the inspection, time of inspection, the vessel number is there, the tank or the location of the inspection area, of course, the model of this, serial number, the validity of the calibration certificate, and the reading of your gas monitor will be here. The reading will be here. What are those? What are those elements? Oxygen gas, LEL, H2S, carbon monoxide, and if you have different type of sensor, we have this as well. And you can try to create a layout, the actual layout of the tank arrangements or the vessel's arrangements. We have it here. You will experience this today, okay?
Sure.
It's not me just explaining it to you, but the hands-on will be yours. All right. We have a PTW confined space entry certificate. And we have the checklist how to make your entry a safe entry for confined spaces. We have that. And we can discuss it with your team. All right? And if you have any question, let's discuss it. Mr. Sandy, Mr. John, Ali, just raise your hand, just discuss it with us, and we will teach you how to perform this. And of course, the atmospheric testing certificate for the continuous 30 minutes interval. This is really important. Why do we continually monitor the atmosphere inside the tank? Mr. John, give us example.
This is one of the requirements, and also aside from that, our people is working. Just wanted to ensure that people will be safe when they performing their tasks. So we need to assess if we're going to do it every 30 minutes or 1 hour. So we must do it.
Yeah. Do you think, Mr. Ali, that initial gas test is just enough, just one time for confined space job?
No, I think it should be continuous.
Why?
Because maybe the work inside welding or something will need, will have.
Perfect. Perfect.
So what's your question?
Why is it that we need continuous monitoring of the tank if people are working or
What type of
inside?
tank?
This confined space tank is the vessel. This is a perfect example from Mr. John. They are repairing a tank. This is the ballast tank.
Okay.
There's a ballast tank inside the vessel or rig, for example, the vessel.
So can we do one thing without we have this is what people are doing in the
Yeah.
in the construction side or in the plants, like they do monitor on the first time they got the permit, and then
Yeah.
after that they just do the precautions permit like ventilation system, and then after that they
Yeah.
don't.
They don't.
Yes, they don't.
Okay.
So is that will be fine?
Yeah, okay.
Acceptable.
Mr. John, as an experienced guy, do you think it is fine just do it one time?
No, for
And
me,
ventilation is enough. Yeah, our manager is right. Yeah, Mr. Sandy. Yeah. So why do we need to monitor it?
Actually, depends on the confined space. So
Okay, you have hot work inside the tank. You are doing cutting job just to prepare it for plate renewal. So we have good ventilation. That's enough, right?
No.
Okay, tell us why, so we can learn something from you.
So not enough, not just because you're applying ventilation to remove the toxic gases. So it is required also to do the gas testing every 1 hour. Okay. This is as per the company protocol.
Okay, some are 1 hour, some are 30 minutes, and why we're doing it? Because the accumulation, the change of atmosphere inside the tank,
Yeah, and
especially if you're doing hot work, the fume, the gas, the acetylene gas or oxygen gas may leak and accumulate inside the tank if you will not monitor it with this simple device. You don't know. You will never know. You are not sure.
But can we trust this device?
Of course,
Of course,
how we'll trust it? We discussed it in my
it's calibration.
slide. Calibration. That's why we have.
But sometimes it gives us fault
Yeah. If you have faulty
fault
sensor-
color.
yes,
It gives us
that's correct.
because it's a machine.
Correct.
And machine, what I understood with the machine can give you anytime anything
Of
wrong.
course, yeah. That's a perfect question. That's the reason we have
Yeah, ventilation.
ventilation. The other one is function test. It's called bump test. In the refinery term or in oil and gas, they call it bump test. They bump. They are injecting this calibration gas. We have calibration gas actually. This is the calibration gas we're going to use. And this calibration gas is certified at the specific concentrations. 25 ppm H2S, 100 ppm CO or carbon monoxide, 20.9 oxygen. So we have this. And LEL is 50%. Then we will inject it here. Once we inject it here, if it's the same, the reading here is the same on the concentration of this calibration gas, it means the bump testing, it's perfect, it's ready to use. It's safe to use. You will be confident using this. It's not only calibrated, it's functionally tested because of your calibration gas. Yeah? Really important to have one. Do you have one in your yard?
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
using.
That's good. That's good.
What do you do if they are doing much?
Hmm?
What do you do if they do much? What do you do if the calibration test
Yeah.
and the reading do
It doesn't much. Yeah, it doesn't much. That's the reason we are going to teach you how to calibrate it internally. You will not be certified by OEM or by VW, Honeywell, to become a calibration technician, but I will teach you how to calibrate it. It's easy. It's in the operation manual. Just press it, follow the instruction, open the gas of the calibration tank or cylinder, that's it, and wait for the calibration process. It's automatic, it's easy. We will teach you that. That's why we have this calibration gas, we have this as well, and some of the calibration gas valve, it's automatic. You don't need to open it. We will discuss that today. Okay, that's why we have it here. How to bump test and calibrate gas detector. This is your takeaway. This is your takeaway from this training. It's not only authorized gas testing, but also how to take care of your gas monitors. Right? Of course, we'll just summarize it after that. Okay, what is confined space? So you attended the confined space. We will go through it fast, just a review, because yesterday it was fresh with you. So what is that? As per the OSHA standard maintenance CFR 1910.146, this is the definition. The space is large enough so configure that an employee can enter bodily perform work. So it's not easy to enter and easy to exit, same as this. Okay. This is what we got. Examples of the confined spaces. You see this? It's not easy to enter, it's not easy to exit. It's not good, it's not designed for continuous occupancy. Same as this. This is continuous occupancy. Alright? So the focus of discussing the confined space is just the permit required confined spaces. Some confined spaces are just safe to enter. We don't need that. We will not discuss it here. So we'll focus on the confined spaces that we need the permit to enter. And these are the hazards we got for permit required confined spaces: hazardous atmosphere, engulfment hazard, entrapment hazard. A few examples of tanks. Okay, I want to discuss this with you. This slide for me is really important. This is updated, and this slide, this statistics is from NIOS. Criteria for recommended standard number 33. So why we are performing gas testing before any tank entry or before any hot work in the place. This is it. The events, injuries, fatalities, accident and illness type, we have this. The top three. Atmospheric condition in confined space. How many dead? 78. Explosion of fire in confined space. How many dead? 15. Explosion or fire at point of entry, just the point of entry. You are about to enter the manhole. How many? 32 dead. So, what we are going to do is a serious thing. It's crucial, it's critical. That's why your job of gas testing is so important.
So,
Yeah?
regarding the atmosphere condition, the tank, the data we have shown, it's 70 something.
Can you back to the data?
Including the fire cases or not? Because of the area.
Go back, please. Yep.
The fatalities shares 78, right?
Yeah.
Out of 80 events, 78 fatalities. So it's including the fire, explosion of fire or confined space, like LDL cases, or
Yes.
only inhale of toxic gases. What is it?
Yeah. The atmospheric condition in confined space is just inhaling the toxic gases inside the tank. The explosion, of course, it's because of the flammable gases
So,
that's inside the tank.
as what we understand, people die because of inhaling gases
Yes.
instead of exposure.
Correct. This is the atmospheric hazards. This training is focusing on atmospheric hazards of confined spaces. That's why, to check the atmospheric hazards, because atmospheric condition of the space, we need this. We need this. Okay, try to imagine in 1800s what we are doing before. Do you think we have this? No? Yeah, you'll be surprised.
Like for example,
Yeah.
in the rig sites,
This.
yeah, like catering people,
Yeah.
if the gas release
Yeah.
and they are eating on the spot,
Okay.
so definitely, as we know, it's react with water as well, which will create one of more hazards. So in this case, what we can do
Eating.
while we are eating, for example,
Okay. In
liquid form or
Okay.
any fruit, for example,
Okay.
because even the fruit have a liquid.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, so as we know, gases react with liquid.
Yes.
If we talk about oil and gas sector, it's H2S. So let's say H2S.
Okay.
So H2S react with water.
Okay.
So in that, what we can do? What is the solution?
Sure. It's already studied. The design of the offshore rig it's been studied by engineers, and the way they constructed the rig, especially the accommodations, it's positive pressure. So what does it mean? The positive pressure inside, for example, this is our accommodation. We are eating here, we're conducting training here, and outside this room, we have the rig floor, we have the main deck, and they're doing drilling job, and suddenly there is a blowout, there is a leak of gas.
Okay.
Do you think this gas will come into this room? So how are we going to be safe? Because of the positive pressure.
So it
set
means
up.
what I understood. So we don't have to go to the muster point then.
No, it doesn't excuse you. If there is an emergency, is a blowout, as per the
No,
station
because
bill.
that's
Yeah.
what you said, no?
Yeah.
We have a positive pressure inside.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go to the muster point because muster point is also one of the hazardous area then.
No.
And if the wind sucks, it's towards you, towards the same
Yeah,
camp,
true.
same camp, for example.
Yeah.
As you mentioned that there is a positive pressure outside,
Yeah.
which will deny or which will eliminate the
Yeah.
gases, for
Entry,
example,
yeah.
entrance gases.
Yeah.
So it means we if we are inside in the particular containers,
Yeah.
we are safe then. We don't have to go to the muster
I
point then.
believe you are safe. However, for how long? How long? And there might be a point that the rig itself, the whole rig, you need to evacuate. So if you will stay inside accommodation that you are thinking you are free, you are safe, but it's not for a long time. That's why in the station bill, in their procedure, you need to go to the safe master point, which is upwind. You can choose because you have 2 or 3 different master points. Then, based on that, the assessment of the emergency response team, the OIM, who is the highest, or the Aramco foreman, who is the highest people or positions in the rig, they will decide, are we going to evacuate the rig or not?
Company management.
Yes. So, based on the decision, they are going to stay or they are going to evacuate.
Secondly, for example, this is one of the part where the guys are eating inside in the container, but if the guy is eating outside the container, then what will be the solution? Because some of like if I talk about myself, I prefer to drink tea or coffee outside better than inside in the facility.
It's not allowed offshore, sir.
We did it actually. I drink it a lot of time.
Mm.
So in that case, what we will do?
Yeah, we have.
Because people are taking tea, coffee, and they travel to their rooms. But in the meanwhile, if they got emergency, so what will be the solution then?
Mhm. It's actually in one of the rigs, or most of the rigs that I've been to, eating in not designated area or not tea room, it's not allowed. In your office, okay, but these areas are safe to just.
I have seen, to be very honest, this is a reality actually.
Yeah.
One part of the reality that people are eating outside as well,
Mm.
and some of them they are like they have fruits, they're like apple, and they are eating outside
Landries,
like
yes,
before they go to their job. So
Yeah.
they just take apple and then just traveling to their job, and then suddenly they got alarm rang up, and then they have to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
In this case, what we will do?
Yeah, it's the awareness training.
So
It's-
no,
it's
shall
about-
we throw that particular food, or what?
if
Or
there
we
is a-
continue?
I think if there is a release, you will not think about it. If there's an emergency, you will not think of just eating. You just follow your instinct and follow the instruction, and you are trained to do so, because before you go to the rig, or even if it's land rig or offshore, you are trained. I need this rig pass, that's one of the requirements. H2S safety awareness is one of the requirements. Then you will not argue anymore to anyone else. You know what to do? Just follow the emergency evacuation plan. That's it. That's it. And somebody will tell you and remind you, man, let's go. No need. Just do it later.
That's
Okay,
fine.
I will share it with you. This one is the early gas detection method.
1890s?
Yeah, in late 1890s, in the mining industry. In the mining industry, you know, in mining industry, it's deep, and also we don't know what's inside, if there's any gases. And also, one thing they're doing in mining industry, they plant dynamites, bombs, just to shatter the rocks, the formation. So they will just gather the rocks and continue digging. However, this moves. The dynamite, the explosion, it creates gases, and one of the gases, carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide kills. The carbon monoxide kills. And based on their study, bird, or they call it canaries, canary, they are very sensitive with toxic gases. Mice as well. Animals, they're easy overcome by toxic gases, and you will witness it. They just sway. It means they feel dizzy. They feel something. They're getting poisoned because the respiratory system they have is different from human beings. It's different. That's the reason the miners bring this with them inside the cave, inside the operation area. Bring this and observing the birds if they're going to be dead or weak. And because of that, they will just retreat and let it become safe before they enter again. So what is the purpose of this? Guess? Any guess?
It's like a secure.
Maybe
Yeah, this tank. What's this?
cylinder
Cylinder 4?
for the guy who's
No.
for
The
the
bird.
For this guy. For the
For
bird.
the bird.
For the bird, yeah.
That is the cylinder for the bird. Why? Because they don't want to kill the bird. This is
But they are still
resuscitating
killing the bird.
This is oxygen.
Oxygen,
Yeah,
okay.
medical oxygen.
Ah.
Yeah. Crazy,
No,
right?
but the thing is, why they are catching the bird? It's better to let them fly.
It will fly outside. You cannot control it. That's why it's inside the cage.
how can you monitor?
Yeah, you cannot monitor. Cannot monitor.
No,
Okay,
monitor for what purpose?
Yeah.
No,
Just-
monitor bird,
The
monitor for.
bird, once if the availability of toxic gases, it will be dizzy. The birds. So they will closely monitor the bird.
Yes.
And if it is dizzy, that means there is a gas.
They will retreat. They will retreat. Yeah, okay. Now, I already discussed with you all the agendas we have and what we've learned from this. We calibrated this and we also filled out all the forms. Now we're going to go to the end of our session. Let's summarize it. And I'll show you something that struck me. Voila. You remember this photo that I showed you?
Now
in the
it's clear.
beginning? In the beginning of the slides, the first topic that I discussed with you, the use of canaries in mines, it was outlawed finally. Means they no longer use it. When? It's only 1986. 1986 in Europe. And at the time, you know what they have? 200 canary birds were on duty. They are like police, like
They are
sniffing dogs.
So they are paying them.
Yeah. And they were replaced by the electronic detectors. Thanks God we get detectors, which are cheaper and more effective. And not to mention, humane. Humane. They are not human, it's humane. Be kind to animals, you know? One more thing. This video, I'll let you watch this video and I'll explain to you what does it mean. This confined space incident kills company employee and rescuing firemen happened in Phoenix, Arizona in 1984. There's one guy, employee of this company, entered one of these vertical tanks alone. He felt dizzy, he collapsed, and he needs help.
It's
He needs
1984.
Yes.
So it means there was no permit,
Yes.
nothing like
Yes.
no job
Yeah.
hazard analysis, no risk assessment.
Yeah. Let me complete it in a manner that's, because it's something, it struck me a lot. Hopefully you remember this video and why it is important to do gas testing before you enter the tank and before you conduct hot work in any industrial area or in any area that you think you need to do the hot work. Okay, this guy entered here and then he collapsed and he needed a rescue. A rescue team came in, rescue team, firemen came in, ERT came in, ambulance came in. And then he tried to rescue the guy, and the only access is at the top of the vertical tank. They tried, the 18 inches manhole, this access is not enough for them to take out, extract the injured person. So they think of the solution of cutting something, an opening at the base of this tank. So how they're going to do it? How they're going to do it? And they discuss it. Okay, we just cut it using grinder. It's easy. It's safer. There's no fire. It's not a torch. It's no flame. Yes, it's by grinder machine. Then they agreed. How about if there is sparks? Okay, what we're going to do is, one guy is standing here, use the fire hose, water hose, just to spray directly to the tank, to the base of the tank, thinking that it will be safe to conduct hot work. If you have water or vapor spraying to that part, they tried. Guess what happened? Exploded. This exploded. Exploded. It kills employees. Exploded. Guess what they missed?
Yes, this.
Let's watch the video.
They missed this. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Good job. So let's go ahead and further. So who will be the second guy? So, Professor Free,
Yeah.
you are ready? So take 5 minutes more for recap and then we'll start. Okay.
Yung na yan ko sir, maparaming introduction ko sa
Focus na sa introduction sa objectives.
Great job. Good job. Excellent.
Thank you. Doon sa ano, hindi mo na i-discuss yung lahat eh.
itsura ko lang.
Hindi mo na i-discuss yung mga needed yan. Kaya mag-focus ka talaga sa ano. Kailangan meron ano, kopyahan mo po yung ano, yung ano, kailangan meron mga outline.
Wala rin content to sir.
Importante yan kasi yung katatagal.
Ano nga sir,
Oh yan na, objective, yung objective.
ito lang.
Focus ka sa objective. Kasi yung papatagal sa iyo, tapos yun ang kabisado mo. Tapos hindi yan masyadong technical. Tapos madaling explain. Ayun, kukuha mo yung ano yung attention nila. Continues?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we're discussing something about your girlfriends. We're nothing to worry. Evening. there. Nice to meet you. Hi there. So it will stick with me.
No, because I just was,
Yeah.
everything I said was,
Ali. It's Ali.
no, everything I said
Ali.
was false.
It's good. It's good. Don't disclose your personal information. It's recorded. By the way, you can take training already.
Even
Yeah, it should be good. Thank you. You learned something. Really?
मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस तो भी है इसका देखिए वो तो एकदम
अच्छा शुरू कर दो।
वो कैमरा भी है So you prepared that movie?
This one.
The one who you played now?
Long time ago. Yeah, some of it. Some.
Can I have your
Some
wallpaper?
slides.
Can I have your wallpapers?
पहले देख आपको गाड़ी चाबी देना गाड़ी में
क्या क्या?
देखे हैं कर दिया ना इस बार
शुरू करिए।
Recap करने आप अपना
नहीं मैं वो रिकप क्या बोलता हूँ। Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Myself, Farid Khan. I'm the HSC officer of Zamir Shipyard. And I'm here with you, small training for the traffic rules and bus and truck driving procedures for, and as well as the small cars inside our shipyard. So before we proceed, I will tell you, you can see my left hand side, this is the emergency exit which goes direct to the assembly area. Okay. If you are addict to smoking, but I personally don't encourage my people to smoke, but however, you like to smoke, you can go from the left hand side and take the first lift. We have there the smoking area. Okay. In case you heard any emergency alarm, don't be panic. Direct report to the assembly area, which is just outside the building. Okay. Now.
what is our objective? Our objective is to improve the driving safety standard and eliminate the accident in our shipyard. So in this session, we will discuss so and so things. Visual inspection of vehicles, PPEs, yard traffic rules, pick up and drop of employees, parking and reversing of vehicles, assembly point, designated smoking area, security policy, and stopout authority. For the visual inspection, what is necessary to inspect our vehicle before start of the vehicle? We have to check the tire conditions. It is damaged, it has any cut, it has some kind of buckling, tire pressure. It's vary. Maybe if you have small vehicle, it will have some different. If you have big vehicle, it may have different. We have our tire like standard to maintain the pressure. We have a different tire pressure in the summer weather, and we have a different tire pressure in winter weather. Okay? Brake oil. It is very necessary to check the brake oil. It indicates you the condition of your brake. Engine oil, gear oil, headlight, rear light, indicator, and reverse light. Radiator, battery conditions, do and seat belts, fire extinguishers, looking glass. The point which I highlighted, these things are required while you are inspecting your vehicle. As usual, we have a standard PPEs for our employees once you enter in the operational areas. For each employees, the minimum PPEs requirement are safety helmet, safety goggles, safety shoes, and high vest. These are the minimum PPEs. Like I said that I personally don't encourage smoking, but smoking is not permissible in your vehicle. You can't smoke in your vehicle while you are inside our Zaman shipyard. Do not overspeed your bus and do not overtake. Horn inside shipyard is prohibited unless it is required. Follow the queue. Check your license and drive only appropriate vehicle. You can drive only the vehicle which you have the driving license. Suppose if you have heavy vehicle license, it means you can drive only heavy vehicles. You are not permitted to allow light vehicle. As same as if you have light vehicle, you are not allowed to drive heavy vehicle. Pedestrian is very important. If you go through the operational areas, you may see people crossing from one corner to another corner through the pedestrian. If you see some people are crossing through the pedestrian, you have to wait until they cross the pedestrian. The other one, we have like some reserved parking for our handicapped employees. You are not allowed to park your vehicle in handicapped parking area. These parking are designated only for handicapped drivers. While you are inside our shipyard, especially during the late evening or night time, when you are using the headlight of your vehicles, do not keep your headlight on high beam. It has to be on the low beam. If you are bringing any materials in our shipyard, or you are taking out any materials from our shipyard, the proper anchoring and the security of the materials is very necessary. I have shown you some pictures. This is how you can secure your loose materials on your trailer. We have like yard traffic rules. You have, when you are inside the Zamil shipyard, it is mandatory to wear your safety belt. The speed limit of your vehicle is 20 km per hour. Make sure no overtake. Park your vehicle only where you see the parking signages or designated parking area. Parking prohibited in the QSI. You cannot park your vehicle over there. No unauthorized driving at operational areas. If you are not authorized, you cannot drive the vehicle in the operational areas, and do not use mobile phone while you are driving.
How can we get authorization?
Pardon?
How can we get authorization
If you have driving license,
to enter the operation area? I can go if I have driving license.
if it is required, if it is necessary,
No,
if
you said that no unauthorized driving at operation areas, right?
yes,
So how can I
unauthorized
get authorized?
means like, okay, there are some conditions, like we have like ship repairing operation in the transfer area, okay, where the ship materials are coming for the assembling. So there are some conditions for that loading and unloading of the materials, or sometimes their provisions are coming. It has to be on load near to the ship. We don't have it like, so during, for that kind of activities, we allow the vehicles to go in the operational areas. Just for parking the vehicles and to keep your vehicles standby in the operational area are not permitted. If you are like means unauthorized, these are the examples of authorized, unauthorized. Authorized means we are allowing you to do some specific task, to unload some materials for the ship. In that cases, we allow vehicles to go in the operational areas with by the escort of our.
For example, on your vessel, I'm a third party QC engineer. So I want to go to the vessel.
No, if you are just a QC engineer, the thing you are coming with the materials or you coming with the just like a laptop or beer hand. If you are just coming with the beer hand or you are just having a light like gadgets, you have to be dropped at our main gate, and from there you can go by walk with full PPEs.
So if I am a top management, like CEO,
Even you are managing
I
director,
have to watch.
we don't compromise our HSC rules and policies.
So those who are getting having big materials can only go through the way.
Which is going to fix on the vehicle, the ship. The materials which are going to fix on the ship. Or sometimes their provisions are coming from outside.
So for example, for your yard,
Okay.
okay, I'm coming with the big materials. I can go without any permission.
No, you need required permission.
From where?
From where we have like we are a team, specific team. They will escort you to the operational area.
Where I have to contact this?
You have to contact
Security.
the security will tell you. Once you report to the security gate, they will direct you if you have some materials to unload or load in the operational area. They will direct you to our HSC team, and our HSC team will escort you to the particular area. Are we clear? You can see the highlighted with the red color. This is our operational areas. Okay. And there are some guidelines when you are in our operational areas. You cannot use our shipyard facilities without our permission. You should have proper permissions. Do not obstruct. Suppose if you have to unload your materials, do not obstruct the walkway and do not leave your vehicle unattended. Okay? Someone has to be there all the time. You can see this the path. These here you are not allowed to park your vehicle because this area is reserved for the employees pickup and drops. Like I said, like we have a reserved area for parking. If you have any materials belongs to the shipyard, it will park. Then you can park your vehicle next to the store. If you have small vehicle like car, SUV, there is a reserved parking for employees and visitors. No reversing into yard. Reversing means to go for a distance, for a long distance, in reverse position is not permitted. Okay, it's allowed only when you have to go out from the shipyard. For that period, you can reverse your car because we have a reverse parking policy. If you are addict or if you like to smoke, basically I don't encourage people to smoke because it can cause of cancer. However, if you like to smoke, you can see the highlighted designated areas for smoking. That particular area, smoking is allowed. These are our assembly areas. If you heard any emergency alarm, you have to report here. No need to panic. Just easily report to the nearest assembly station. Okay? We have a mosque here and we have like a security policy. When you are entering to shipyard or when you are going from the shipyard, the security has full authority to inspect your vehicle. Okay? So please cooperate with them. Okay? This is our observations card. Care card observation.
What type of observation card?
If you observe anything unsafe or which is cause of injury, accident, damage of property, or which may occur any kind of unpleasant event, we can inform us through this care card.
Anybody?
Anybody, yes.
Even its visitors?
Even if the visitors, outsiders, employees, doesn't matter. We have a stop work authority. If you observe any activities which can cause injury, damage of property, damage of environment, you are authorized to stop the work.
Is there any specific card you will provide to the visitors who will stop the work?
No, by verbal you can stop the work.
But how these people will understand that they will stop?
You have to define them. This, my brother, this work you are doing.
No, they might understand you guys are coming as a visitor, for example, and then you just stop the work. The guy who's lifting forklift, the guy who's working on forklift, operating forklift, with unsafe material, for example, he's lifting. And usually what happens as a visitor, they don't give you even respect. So how we can stop?
So these are
Either we have some card where we can show them, hey, please stop the work. This is evidence, like stopping the work.
Exactly.
If I will show them, if I will tell them by orally, they might don't stop. They will continue their work.
So far we have this observations card.
No, that card will provide it to the visitors as well, or what?
Yes, it is everywhere. During our orientations, we will give this
From
card.
past 5 years, I never have it.
You see, if you enter from the training center or orientation room, you can see we have like one board.
But from past 5 years, I'm talking about. I'm working with you guys 5 years. I never have it, this card.
So I apologize. I will fix it now. After the session.
Either
I
they
will
have to provide us the
Yes,
card.
yes.
The reason, because usually all of the employees I have trained them. So if some of them is doing some mistakes, so I can stop immediately. I can have evidence that this is a observation card. Stop, place.
Yes, what I'm telling you, that we had a visitor yesterday and I think they have taken all. So this morning I will fill it there.
So make sure whenever the visitor comes in, you should provide mandatory requirement. Like you should provide them like a red stop card or something related to that, which will attract others to understand. Yeah, he have the authority to stop the work.
Okay, Mr. Khan, your information is very valuable. Your suggestion is very valuable for us. So we will discuss some of the management
Sure.
to encourage what you just discussed here to
Sure.
advance from the next time.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Khan.
It's done.
Yes.
That's okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So have a seat, please. Yeah. So I'll just give you your USB. So have your USB. So before we go for break, we'll have, because now we all are here. So before we go for break, we'll do one thing, that we will continue with the presentation, video presentation required. And then after that, we have 2 more remaining. So then we'll start after the break then. Okay. So let's go ahead then. So we have a video presentation here again. So it's a lot of information. It's a lot of information. But before I go ahead, I will just explain you over here. So things, just will get a recap. So it's a recap basically. What type of recap is it? We'll show you here. So basically, it's a mind map. What we have done yesterday. So it's a mind map which is for TBT, which starts from basically training design, then training analysis, training need analysis, like what the students require, what the company require, and what the specification to the topics. Then major training efficiency. What efficiency required for specific to the topics. Then we go training needs and redesign. Sometime what happened, some of the companies, they require, we need to add this policy procedure in your presentation. Or some companies, they said, okay, use our HSC management system procedure in your presentation. So you can redesign again. And then training for performance, you have to evaluate the performance of the trainings, plus your own self, your own presentation as well, plus training development, and then it's continued basically. Other than that, what is the importance of the trainer? The most important points, concern point, elevated relationship building. You basically build a relationship with the students, with the candidates. Other than that, increase employee engagement. You engage with the employees. What you do actually, you definitely, once you are increasing the engagement, it's actually developing the relationship. Then reduce employee turnover. You reduce turnover also. Then reduce negativity. Usually negativity is worst sense actually. If reducing hazards, reducing risk, that's called negativity. So you give them awareness, you give them knowledge, information. So basically you reduce negativity from your sites, because you give them awareness, you give them like we usually do every day toolbox talk, right? So this is one of the awareness, like you do for the operation work or before you start the job. Guys, you must have to wear these items, you have to do this. So these are the things where you have to make sure it. And increase motivation. You actually increasing, you are motivating the people. And how it will be motivating? By increasing employee engagement. Let's go ahead and further. So we have got more here. So as you can see, evaluation of training program. Evaluation means what? Training program. You evaluate, you get the feedback, you see what the training, you will see what the candidates required and what they have already took the knowledge, information from your end, and before how much they have it before. So that is how you analyze. But there is a way, there is a procedure. So you react. Reaction is very important. Reaction in terms of the way you deliver. The way you deliver. Then learning. How much learning environment you set up, or how much they are getting from your side. Then behavior. Behavior is one of the most important in the training actually. One of the most important. Because some of the what I have seen, like my area of experience, like usually what happen, people or sites or companies, they just send you the employees without knowing that what is the training name even. So what happened? Their behavior matters a lot. They are not ready to attend the course. So that is also one of the costs. One of the costs, right? So if they are ready to attend the course, that means they are ready to, that there is something where we will get, there's some knowledge, information for this specific topic. Then result, one of the most important result. Result, it will be always in the end. Once you are summarizing the concluding or summarizing the subject, your result is one of the most important, one of the crucial part. Because result, okay, I can see, documents like written test. Do you think written tests can be give you the best result? Written test, just take the test and get the result that, okay, you got passed, you got failed, or is there any other way?
By discussion we can.
Yes, open discussion. So let's, go ahead.
Yeah, aside from this resolution, so it must be done also by participation or some demonstration. So,
Yes, you're right. So for example, I will give you the example over here. For example, you have a question paper like this, for example. So you must make sure that you have teach them. You have to teach them all the information in the training program. Like for example, you just open question. For example, guys, I have a question comes from this slide. So you know where is it actually, but you don't have to see and then you have to read. No. So you just have to make sure that you are giving them those information from those particular examination answer. Other than that, you can open the questionnaire answers and end of the chapter, like you mentioned. Is there any question required? Yes or no? But in the end, you mentioned yes, there is. Come on, let's go. So let's see. Oh, it's written yes. Come on, guys. Let's have a question from you guys. Okay. Let's say from this course, what we have learned actually. So I need 3 answers from 3 different people, let's say. So you just have to make sure you are motivating still. So you will understand, okay, now out of 10 people, you got 7 people answer, 3 people did not give you answer, for example. So you got 70%, right? success rate is 70% till now, right? So 30% is remaining. So you need to try to make sure that everybody speaks, at least whether it's wrong, doesn't matter. Once they are trying to speak, they might be in one stage, they might be correct, right? So this is the point. Now let's go to the presentation. Really presentation now. What's the So let's play this, and then we'll go ahead further. Keep
Hello students. In this video today, we will know the subject of training trainer. Many of you are the young professionals having achieved lot of knowledge, experience of the particular subject, and you impart that knowledge to others. But many of us lack the trainer's qualification, the trainer's experience, the trainer's quality. So let's look at first the characteristics of a good trainer. A good trainer, he should be original, sincere, caring, having empathy to others, understanding their point of view, understanding the needs of the audience, and any quality which a leader otherwise is required to. Because as a trainer, at that particular moment or in that particular session, you are the boss. You are the leader. And everybody is the leader. So let's invite these qualities in us to be a good trainer. Now what comes next is the need assessment. A trainer must assess the needs of his participants, delegates, students, or the people to whom he is addressing or training. So, how do you do the need assessment? Need assessment can be by one-to-one interview. Need assessment can be by interviewing the group. Need assessment can be done by sending a questionnaire, asking them to fill in certain questions, and then you arrive at certain decisions. Then what kind of a group it is to whom you are addressing? Are they young people in the age group of 15 to 25, or they are the mid-level managers from 25 to 40, or it's a high management team, 40 to 55, maybe at a higher position? What kind of language they speak generally? In what kind of environment they will be comfortable? Will they be receptive to what you talk? It all comes from your leader. It is very important. Just do not go and start imparting training. I think your purpose will not be served. Now when you decided the need, when you decided the topic, when you decided what you are going to impart, it comes to what kind of techniques of training you are going to impart. Are you just mainly going to speak to them? Or you are going to show them on the audio visual? Or you are going to have a discussion with them? And are you going to apply some training methods? Which are the training methods? The role plays. Involve the group of people or divide them into various groups. Give them certain tasks to do it, which is a part of the training, so that it gets inculcated in them and it gets realized immediately, instantly. It can be a case study where you are leading them to a conclusion, again form them into the group, give them the case study, and ask them to appoint a leader among them, a spokesperson who comes and shares the views or the summary of the discussion. So it can be role play, it can be leading to the discussion, the case study, it can be done. Are you as a trainer going to demonstrate yourself without involving the participant? It's a beautiful house friend. And what is the difference between this and this? Demonstration. Your own self, you are giving, basically telling people by your demonstration what you want to see. These are the certain training methods, training techniques, and then comes the participation of the audience. Always apply those methods and techniques where you can involve the participants more and more, and give them visuals so as it remains with them. Tell them, I don't want you to write down anything in my session. What I want is to hear me, see me, look at the visuals which I am giving you, keep it direct here and go. You will take home a lot of things you don't have to read again after reading the hall, the place, the venue. Remember friends, the retention level of your audience is just 15% or less than that by tasting, by hearing, by smelling, but it's more than 85% by sight, by visual. So plan your presentation in such a way that your audience lives with the maximum retention of what you are delivering. And I invite the friend, the trainer, to be a good trainer. Don't be afraid of it. Give them the feedback form. Was there any clarity? Good, bad? What? Were you right onto the point? Good, bad, or whatever. In the scale of 1 to 10. To judge you. Your language was okay, acceptable. People liked it. They retained something, what you spoke or what you delivered, and several such questions. Give them proper importance, study, and improve it. Everything together will make you a great friend. Have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. This one you speak.
Yes, I will give you.
This one.
Yeah, I give it to you. Yes, I think we have time still, so I think.
Yeah, I
we
got
can
it.
begin. Let us see.
What's up with?
Thank you for this meeting.
What's up with?
Thank you for this meeting. Good morning, this meeting.
So where is the uniform? What child? Sir, I will leave. I will go. You leaving? I will go to the table. You nothing? Okay.
Farid sir?
Yeah.
Sign me the bill check paper, the one which I gave you yesterday. This is all. This one should be good.
Once and day two also.
Sorry?
Day two also.
Yes, it's 2 days. Sir, you go. It's your short time,
So, good morning. By the way, sorry, I didn't prepare my background information, so because just now I just modified this slide, so how is it? So this topic will be about basic fire safety and fireworks training. The objective of this training is about information and training on fire and fire triangle, source of fire, then states of fire, methods of fire spread, and how to prevent fire, how to put out a fire, and how to operate the fighting movement, word and fireworks duty and responsibilities, what to do in case of fire emergency. So I will go one by one each aspect. So introduction. What is fire? Anyone? Anyone can?
Fire is a fire.
Yeah. Tell me what
Fire is a combination of gas, fuel, oxygen, chemical chain reaction.
Okay. So it's a chemical chain reaction with combination of three elements, the three components, the three elements, like the oxygen, sustain the combustion, and the heat to raise the materials to its ignition temperature. 3, the fuel to sustain the fire. So these fires are triangle. Do you think it will create a fire? If these 3 elements is present?
No, it don't create the fire.
Yes.
Because if we will see a live example here, we are sitting here, we have electricity here, we have oxygen, that's why we are here living, right? Plus we have fuel also, but there is no fire.
Yes.
So what is the reason?
The reason is they need to mix and they need to make it here's some reaction, a chemical reaction.
How it could be?
So this from the chemical reaction. Sorry, I have my notes. So for the chemical reaction, the chain reaction, okay, will take place with the evolution of heat and lights. In order for fire to take place, there are 3 elements. The main ingredients must be present: oxygen and heat and fuel. So if these all elements will combine, and
No, we don't get the point actually.
Okay, so I will.
Can you explain in different way so we can understand that?
Okay, so I have some video here. Maybe this video will help to be easily to understand. So I will play.
Fire needs 3 things to burn. It needs heat, it needs fuel, and it also needs oxygen, which is in the air. Fires burn when these 3 things come together. Fire needs 3 things to burn. It needs heat, it needs fuel, and it also needs oxygen, which is in the air. Fires burn when these 3 things come together. Removing any one of these 3 things will make the fire go out. If you add water, this takes away the heat. If you smother the fire with a fire blanket or hot lid, you take the oxygen away. If you rake the leaves and grass away, you remove the fuel and the fire will go out. This is the fire triangle.
Okay, just only the small video so people can easily understand the 3 elements of the fire. And this is the source of the fire as per National Fire Protection NFPA top pipes, National Fire Protection Association. 5 causes of fire accident in the world: cooking, eating, electrical, smoking, and candles. So you will see on the photo. So this is the one of the example. You know, this cooking range, cigarettes, and this electrical cable is damaged, and the candle, and this the coil. So this is a source of the fire. And we have three stages of fire, and one of these is the ignition. So stage of fire, ignition, fuel, oxygen, and heat join together, and a sustained chemical reaction. At this stage, a fire extinguisher can control the fire. So from this, you can see the cigarette body left on the patch and it's starting burning already. Okay, this part can react fire process of these materials and these cigarettes. So another stage of fire is grown with the initial flame as a heat source, additional fuel ignites. So this is the second stage. From the first slide, you see the cigarette was touching on the couch, but it's creating smoke a little bit. And now this is the fire already. And the third one, it's fully developed.
So basically, I have a question here. So fire have stages, right?
Yes.
So is it only 3 stage, or there are 4 or 5 or 6 or what? Or it's only one stage?
Yeah, on this slide it's saying 3 stages. There's 3 stages. Ignition, and this growth, and this the fully developed fire already.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So these slides, we'll move forward. The baking. See, fire consume available fuel, temperature decrease, fire get less instance. So this is already burned, you know.
So this is 4th stage then?
Yeah, sorry, sorry, it's four stage correction. Thank you very much. So the fourth one is baking, burnout, fire consume available fuel. This is already burned, okay? Burned up already. So
Let's go ahead.
next slide is the method of fire spread, heat transfer. There is a 4 stages also: the conduction, convection, and radiation, direct burning. So in conduction, you know, the heat transfer through the metal to metal can ignite combustible or flammable materials. So from here, the picture you will see, this is the hole, no? And there's a combustible, some cartons. Okay, the fire's over here. So while this fire progress, the heat, you know, the conduction, it will be going to the wall, and it will be affected.
This is conduction.
Yes.
So, no, please again, didn't understand.
I mean, from conduction, the heat transfer through the metal. See, example, this is the metal.
Okay, through the metal.
Yeah.
So if heat transfer to the metal means like metal got heat up, and then other stuff will get also burned because it got heat up.
Yeah, because of the conduction.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for convection, so the heat transfer through by the medium of air can ignite combustible or flammable materials. And then the radiation heat is distributed in the form of break. Radiation, the radiant heat can ignite combustible or flammable materials in adjacent area. So the heat will go up, you know, and radiant heat can
So
ignite.
what will be the best example of radiation?
Actually, I have some slide
No, what will be the best example for radiation?
for the radiation. The heat from the fire.
Okay.
And then direct burning, it comes in direct contact with combustible and flammable materials, causes ignition.
So is it now? This is product or what? Spread.
Uh-huh.
This is what actually, because you have mentioned method of fire spread, right?
Yes.
So is it 3 spread or is it 4 spread?
Sport.
Spread means what? Like it transfer, right?
Mm.
So that the last one is written direct burning, so it's not transfer.
Which one?
The last one is direct burning,
Direct
right?
burning. So meaning the pipes of the contacted with the combustible.
No, no. My question is, how many methods of fire spread actually? Is it 3, 4, or 5, or what?
There's a 4.
4. Okay.
We move on. Next slide. This video that you can.
Just play. Just press. Yep. No, just press the button only.
It's not showing.
If you take a look at my cup of tea, the steam you can see is a good example. As the steam rises from the tea, it shows the heat transferring from the hot liquid and into the cooler air above it. When a fire spreads through the heated air rises and creates convection currents, which is when the hot air transfers into the cooler air and heats it up. This process feeds the fire more oxygen and it continues to grow.
Okay. So there's another video that I will show you. Okay.
A fire can spread in 3 different ways if there's enough fuel and oxygen. Convection is when heat from liquids and
No, you have to come to the slide. This. Bring the mouse. Yep. Just press one. No, just press.
The play. Next slide, yeah.
radiation is when
That's
heat
radiation.
transfers from one element to another through an empty space. It doesn't need anything to travel through. For example, this candle will radiate heat to anything immediately surrounding it. So when I put my palm next to the flame will radiate heat and warm my hand. Heat from a fire can be radiated through windows and doors to protect some buildings, which will ignite any combustible materials, and it can cause a
So
fire.
radiation could be affect the nearest of the building.
Very quickly. The substances such as glass have very little resistance to radiated heat. This is why it's vital that fire doors are kept closed, or only opened briefly if you're using them as part of your escape route, because they will delay the spread of heat, smoke, and fire.
That's why during the fire, you will observe some facility, some houses, a building. Mostly in the house, no. When the house from the left side is burning, so what the firefighter do? They apply some water to the next of the house, which is already burned, just only to avoid the heat transmission on the another houses. So that's one of the controlation that the firefighter do.
Pag-try mo. Araw na. Araw. Next. Provision is not. Slide 15. Go to slide 15. Arrow dyan, arrow.
So now we go to how to prevent the fire. So good housekeeping can prevent most fire from occurring. Okay, idea of place, make it easy for fire to start and spread. And unplug any unnecessarily electrical equipment when not in use, especially at the end of the shift. Actually, these things was happening in my company. So we encounter these things. So what we do, we conduct some activity to our workers, reminding these how to prevent the fire and what they will do. So third one is do not overload the large socket and extension lead, and do keep all sources of fuel away from the potential ignition sources. Next, how to put out the fire. By removing or eliminating any of these four factors, oxygen, fuel, heat, or chemical chain reaction will put out the fire. And how to eliminate or remove one or more from the four factors, like cooling, storing heat, include oxygen, starvation, fuel, stop this chain reaction. So this is the sample of this how to eliminate or remove or more from these four factors. Okay? That's that. Yeah, this one.
Do you have products of fire? Products?
Protects
No, fire product.
fire powder.
No, product.
Protect.
Product.
Protect.
Yes. Do you have any slides?
I think I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay, let's go back. Go back. Can you just go back? Okay. Yeah, no. Go back. Yeah, this one. This one.
Yeah.
So, how we can do extinguisher, fire extinguisher, any extinguisher, inspection? I want to know the right procedure of investigation or inspection for the
Inspection.
extinguisher.
For the inspection, I'm gonna checklist. So,
As you check.
yeah. Mostly the important, of course, the tag and the certification, the inspection details, and as a product, you will see some tag, the yellow tag. So this is monthly. We check the tag monthly and doing the checklist.
For CO2, what we should, how we will know?
You will see some gates over there. This is the difference. You can identify easily the CO2 to the powder.
CO2, I think we don't have a gauge.
Yeah, the CO2 don't have a gauge.
My question is, how we can inspect CO2?
The CO2 just carry it And then moving up, you will feel it. You will feel the powder inside it. That still, in good condition, something like
Is
that.
it powder, liquid form?
The CO2, you are repairing the CO2, right?
No, is it powder form or liquid form?
Yeah, it's a powder. The powder in it, inside the CO2.
Okay. So is there any other way to do CO2 got required refill, then execution required refill? Or
There
is
is-
this the only one way, just shake and check that it's heavy or light or what?
There is during the inspection of the fire extinguisher, the CO2, you will feel it. Because the person will do this must be operated, know how to do it.
Is there any third-party certificate required for you to monthly visually inspect the fire extinguishers like CO2, is APC, mountain?
Job of, as a safety officer,
Is it accepted that you don't have third-party certificate? You will do the
after
inspection?
the fire extinguisher or the person.
Just for fire extinguishers?
The fire extinguisher, it must be have some, this sticker with the certified,
No,
certification.
that certification from third party or from our?
The third party must be go to the third party.
Okay, we go back. Can we go classification of fire?
This one, fire classification as per UK standards. So from here you can see the type, the difference fire extinguisher. There's a.
Is it UK standard?
Yes, this is a UK standard.
A, B, C, D?
Yeah, A, B, C, D,
Do you have US standard to just to compare? Because I'm confused, sir.
Because what I know, ABC is American standard, ABCD is American standard, ABE is UK standard, European standard.
But anyway, we can check this later on. So we will go to the.
Okay. Types of fire, so we just get
Which one, the fire extinguisher?
fire extinguisher.
From here.
No, fires itself,
The fire.
fire, yes. Let's go back. No, back from that side. No, backward,
Sure.
backward, yes.
Sure.
No, go back. Yes, go back. Go back again, yeah. Go. This one, yes.
The classification. So from here you can see the different type of the fire extinguisher. So for the type A, this is the wood, paper, and textile.
Is there a specific name for this classification?
Then there is a specific name.
So what is that actually? Because
Fire.
fire.
For the
I'm
fire.
talking about fire.
Okay. So if the fire will go with the woods and paper, so you will use type A.
Is there a specific name of that classification of fire, or it just says, okay, wood, paper, and plastic?
Yeah.
No, it's
This
name,
is
but
this to the.
it's called, there is a two standards, two name.
How do you call it?
Solid fire or combustible material fire.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So the second one B, it's called liquid and gas fire.
Oh,
Yes. The third is electrical fire, which is like electrical fire means transformers, switches,
Circuits.
gears, like this.
Yeah.
Other than that, the D1 is called tunings, industrial fire or metal fire.
But how about this one?
Only we have one of the students here. It's one of the students here. It's a fighter, and I think your question maybe he can answer directly. Mr. Brian, you.
I haven't seen
That's only you're pretending, you know.
Okay, no problem.
No problem.
So what is F? Because I don't,
What's that one?
F I've never seen actually, to be
Yeah.
very honest.
Which
Which
one?
one? Which one?
F.
F.
If it's fat, cooking oil and fat.
Which is
Kitchen fat.
It's called
which one?
K.
Okay.
The F?
So
This is your K.
fat.
If you get the.
So it's actually mixture. But I understand. I might consider that is K. Only. Okay, that's fine. That's
Normally
fine.
it's known as F and K.
Mm.
It's F and K, not only F and K. So both are.
No, that depends which channel you are following.
Okay. Just to know your fire extinguisher. So this is the water produced on wood paper, textile, and textile.
Can we use on B also, flammable liquid, water?
Which one?
Water.
Water.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use this one for the wood paper or only textile. This one.
I heard that for the CO2 cylinder, it will not have the gauge, right?
We will go back to
So in this picture it has.
Class B. From the A, you cannot use from the class B. So this is the component for use on wood paper, the foam, wood paper, textile. The foam you can use one is electrical. If the fire started, use this. Okay, this one, how to operate the fire extinguisher. So, mostly, we are familiar regarding this pass.
Pass.
Yes.
Yes, can we go ahead further because we know pass.
We have some video. Okay.
Pass.
When pass.
The slide.
Okay.
It's okay, yes.
I think that's summarized it.
Yes, let's go with this fire hose cabin, right?
Yeah, this is
Yes.
the fire hose cabinet.
So is this basic level training or advanced level training actually?
This is the standard, for the
It's
cabin.
basic, right?
Basic.
I see my-
No, I'm just
You
asking.
mentioned in the beginning, it's basic.
Okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead further, let's see.
And this is the fire hydrant. Actually, this photo was taken to.
From your side?
Yeah, from my
That's great.
company. So I just wanted to give you some idea.
How do you agree that Mr. John? It looks like, what's that, faucet?
This
How
is
do you
the fire
operate it?
hydrant.
How do you use it?
Yeah, there is some coating, and aside from that, those only competent person that can do this, to operate this one, or installing and connecting the fire in case of there is a emergency case.
Now, I have question comes here. So So what is that pressure in your side, for example, like?
Actually, it should be 6 bar, but in our company is 4 bar.
Yeah, we got 120 PSI.
120.
Yeah, 120 was there.
120 to 120. Okay. So how many now? Because it's a technical question coming up.
Yes.
So 120 or 130 bar is coming. So how many people control hydrant system there
At a time,
at a time?
how many people?
How many people do the job?
You're referring the,
Like for example, now we got fire, okay, and how many people will be on?
operating with this,
Yes,
There are emergency team.
ambulance.
They are related to the firefighting team.
Okay.
Normally, we will have 4 person, one in for the one on the hydrant level to operate, and one the nozzle man and 2 supporters.
Okay, so it's
Normally,
like
it's
three.
4, including the hydrant man. It's 4.
It's poured with the hose and with the hydrant.
Nozzle
Nozzle and okay, hose.
And also, we can control it minimum 2 person, one for hydrant person and also 1 person.
One for opening the valve.
Under some circumstances, we can operate by 2 person, even in single person also can operate. It's manually like, it's very easy to.
120. It's not easy.
The bar is there, that's why we need operator, but we don't need a technical person or like,
No, technically
somebody can
Yes.
support them.
that was my question. Like how I just want to know only, just for my information, how many people be required for a specific operating this at a time?
Minimum 2.
Minimum 2. Why minimum 2? Because 120 psi.
Yeah, it's not like, switch. The,
It's gradual.
gradually we can,
turn it.
increase the
very tight,
pressure.
tight.
So a
So
person.
for
can
example,
control
you
this
open the
6
valve,
bar.
one guy will open the valve, right? Who will stand there just to open the valve. Second guy who will use the nozzle. Third guy will be supporting it. So 3 people, right?
Minimum, no, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay. So this is 4 only, minimum. Okay, this is one side. Now let me come to the second side. One guy will be operating procedure, the machine itself, he will be there all the time. Who is using, if it's uncontrollable, he will shut down immediately. This is one guy. Second guy, he will open the valve. This is second guy.
Yes.
Third guy will be handling nozzle.
Yeah.
Third guy. Fourth guy will support him
Support at the back.
on the back.
Yeah.
On the same.
On the same, position.
Fifth guy will be also supporting him as a helper. This is 3 guys minimum required. If it's 100 psi, it goes 4 people on the hose. Minimum. And then if it goes with like, so there will be one single guy who will just, because there was a pressure, you cannot even listen. So this is the main guy who will control everything. And he have also walkie-talkie or,
Yes, we are using this handle.
or using something wireless, where if it's uncontrollable and that guy got not easy to disconnect the wall, then he would directly connect to the operating team to shut the whole system. So it will automatically shut down. So there is a specific team required. So, but it's okay. It's a basic level just for information only. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead for the slides.
So this is the one that we see is the manifolds. The way we connect this one through the fire hydrant. It starts line from manifolds. See, the size is 1.5 inches. And supply line, this is supply line. From the fire hydrant to 2.5 biggest, much bigger than this discharge line.
Sure.
And also we have some pressure on manifolds. So just to continue monitoring how much pressure was supplying in the discharge. So this is the kind of coffee that you will see on the thermal reports and on the.
Fire watchman,
Yeah,
what is that?
this hard work and backwards duty and responsibility. From our, we have, when there is some hard works that we will be done on the vessel especially. So we assign one fire watcher to continue monitoring. And aside from monitoring, he is the one who will raise the alarm or notifying the emergency team in case there will be some fire. So assignment, there will be the hot work operation from outside the designated safe hot work area. This is one of the requirements about the PTW. So for extinguisher will be identified and inspected to confirm good working condition. So aside from fire watcher, we have some fire extinguisher also standby, and sometimes we are using some fire blanket. Okay. And be less than 12 meters